So let's talk about something that's kind of like a silent epidemic. It's not a virus or anything like that. It's about that little device in your hand and how it's completely changing our most important relationships. And look, this isn't about lecturing you. It's more of a deep dive into what's happening in our lives and in our brains when that screen is always on.
Just think about that for a second. Seriously, when was the last time you got through a whole dinner or even just a walk without feeling that little twitch, that urge to just pull out your phone and check something? And hey, if you're drawing a blank, you are so not alone in this.
Okay, get ready for this number. 2,617. What is that? Well, that's how many times the average person touches their phone every single day. And yeah, you heard that right. That is not a typo.
And all that touching adds up, right? It leads to this. Somewhere between 4 and 7 hours a day spent on our phones. I mean, when you really think about it, that's almost half of our entire waking life, just staring into a little glowing rectangle. And this one kind of hurts to hear. 89% of people admit they used their phone during the last time they were with friends or family. We're physically together, sure, but really, we're a million miles apart. So how in the world does this even happen? How do we end up building these invisible walls between us, even when we're sitting right next to each other? Well, it all starts with this really fascinating idea that researchers have. It's called absent presence. Sounds a little weird, right? But it makes perfect sense. Your body's in the room, but your mind, your attention, it's just gone. You're there, but you're not really there. And it happens because we've started to mix up simple contact with true connection. See, our phones are amazing at giving us endless contact. A quick link, that heart emoji, a 2-word comment. It's so easy, it's frictionless, it asks for basically nothing from us. But real, deep human connection, that's a whole different ballgame. It takes time, it takes being vulnerable, and it takes our full, undivided presence. And those are the very things our phones are designed to steal from us.
And what's driving all of this? Well, it's this super old, like caveman-level fear of being left out. Back then, if you got kicked out of the group, you were done for. And today, every single buzz and ping from our phone weaponizes that ancient fear. It yanks our attention away from the real person in front of us by whispering, hey, what if something better is happening somewhere else?
And the power of that distraction is just wild. Research out of Duke University found something incredible. Your phone doesn't even have to be on. You don't have to be using it. Just the sight of it sitting on the table is enough to lower the quality of the conversation and make us feel less connected to each other.
And this, right here, this is really the heart of it all. A researcher named Dr. Barbara Fredrickson explains that deep relationships aren't built on big, grand gestures. They're built in these tiny, everyday micro-moments. A shared inside joke, a moment of real eye contact, a split second of genuine, undivided attention. And every single time we glance at our phone, we're killing one of those little moments. We're starving the relationship, drop by drop. Okay, so that's the psychology. Now let's get a little geeky and look under the hood at what's actually going on inside our brains that makes these devices so impossible to put down. Check this out. A massive study from the University of Michigan found a 40% drop in empathy levels among college students over a 30-year period. And the steepest part of that drop? It happened right after the year 2000, exactly when cell phones and social media started taking over everything. Empathy is the glue of human connection, and it's dissolving. I love this analogy from an MIT professor, Sherry Turkle. She says digital life gives us these easy little sips of communication. A quick sad emoji, a short comment, super easy, low effort. But real empathy, that takes gulps. Sitting with someone when they're hurting, actually seeing their pain, holding that space for them. Our brains are getting lazy, just opting for the easy sips every time. And if you want to know why those sips are so unsatisfying, look at this. It's staggering. 93%. 93 of how we communicate emotion is nonverbal. It's the tone of our voice, our body language, the look in our eyes. All of that is just gone when you're typing on a screen. We're missing almost the entire conversation. So what's the drug here? It's a brain chemical called dopamine. Your phone is basically a little slot machine you carry around. Every notification is a pull of the lever. It could be nothing, could be junk mail, or it could be a jackpot, a message from someone you love, a funny video, some good news. That what if is what keeps you hooked. It's designed to be addictive. And suddenly, the slow, sometimes quiet work of a real relationship, it starts to feel kind of boring. And the result of all this? Well, it's not pretty. Our collective attention span has just collapsed. A Microsoft study found it's now just 8 seconds. That's right. A goldfish can focus for longer than we can. And seriously, how are you supposed to truly connect with another complex person if you can't even pay attention for more than 8 seconds at a time? Okay, wow. That was a lot, and it sounds pretty bleak, I know. But here's the good news. It is not a lost cause. This isn't about throwing your phone in the ocean. It's about being intentional. So let's flip the script and talk about actual practical solutions. 4 strategies to help you reclaim your presence. We're going to look at 4 key areas. Creating protected spaces, being more mindful about how we use our phones, relearning how to actually listen, and, scheduling time to just be a human in the real world again. All right, strategy 1, create some boundaries. Think of it like a protected nature reserve, but for your relationships. The dinner table and the bedroom, make them sacred. No phones allowed, period. Research shows just that one change can massively improve how happy you are in your relationships. And a super simple trick, have one spot in the house where all the phones live in charge, somewhere you don't hang out. Seriously, out of sight, out of mind. It works. Next up, we have to break that unconscious habit, that zombie-like reach for the phone. Before you pick it up, just take a half-second pause and ask yourself, wait, why am I even picking this up right now? You can also add a little friction. Move those social media apps off your home screen. Turn off all the notifications that aren't from actual humans. And this one is a game changer. Set your screen to grayscale. Suddenly, your phone looks about as exciting as a rock. Number 3, and this one is so important, we have to literally relearn how to listen. This is a muscle we haven't been working out. So put the phone away, like in another room. Look at the person who's speaking to you. And here's the key. Listen to understand what they're saying, not just to wait for your turn to talk. Get curious, ask questions. This is how people feel seen. So when you step back and look at all this, the psychology, the brain science, the strategies, it really all comes down to one simple choice. A choice we are faced with hundreds, if not thousands of times, every single day. And what's really at stake here? What are we gambling with? It's this. An overwhelming mountain of research shows that the single greatest predictor of your happiness, your health, and even how long you live is the quality of your human relationships. Not your money, not your job, your connections. And right now, we are trading that most precious asset away one mindless scroll at a time. But we can choose differently. Every time you're with someone you care about, it comes down to this one question. The screen or the person? The distraction or the connection? We can get it back, but the choice, every single time, is yours.